Good morning, everyone. I'm Michelle Westlund from Pinnacle People Solutions, and welcome to our weekly Facebook Live update. Pinnacle People Solutions provides human resource services and solutions to regionally based small to medium enterprises and not-for-profits, and we're here to help you and your business not only through these challenging COVID-19 times, but all the time. Please ask any questions you have as we go along, and we'll do our best to answer. Outside of this, you can contact the team anytime via Facebook, email or telephone. The details will be in the comments. If you want any more information about any of these stories, just get in touch or ask in the comments. The big news over the last week, of course, has been the federal government's budget. Pinnacle People Solutions CEO Bron Pearson did a deep dive into the relevant announcements for business and the regions last Wednesday. If you missed that, I encourage you to catch up here on Facebook or on our website, and we'll put the link up in the comments. It will be very interesting to see how negotiations continue as the budget legislation moves through Parliament, and if there are going to be any changes to the plan. The New South Wales state budget will be handed down next month, and it is expected to be similarly focused on employment as the means of economic recovery. It will be very interesting to see how this pans out for the government, particularly in light of Labor's alternate budget announcement, which is much more focused on enabling people to get into work rather than specifically providing subsidies to employers and economic support to employers. In local news, the Armidale Airside Business Park project launched late last week, which is hoped to provide a huge boost to our region and bring more than 200 new jobs to the city. Stage 1 of the subdivision is now on sale. If you're interested, check it out. In COVID news, unfortunately, New South Wales broke its 12-day streak of reporting no cases of community transmission last Wednesday, with 3 locally acquired cases. This number grew over the week, including some that are not yet traced to a source, and this will likely push back the hoped-for opening of the Queensland border, which was planned for the 1st of November. Victoria has also suffered some setbacks over the last week, with their rolling 14-day case average increasing for the first time in 2 months, which puts some doubt on what restrictions, if any, could be eased next Sunday, which is what the original plan was. In coming weeks, the New South Wales Government is planning to reassess whether the 1 person per 4 square metre rule continues to be applicable in New South Wales, and if a 1 person per 2 square metre rule would be adequate social distancing as we come into the summer months. Understandably, hospitality businesses are keen to have this restriction lessened to increase potential patronage numbers, but it's important that it's done safely and not in a way that we're going to see a spike in cases. We in New South Wales definitely don't want another Victorian situation. We will keep you posted as there's more news on this issue. So now that we've been living with COVID-19 for over 6 months now, coming up on 7, there's been some interesting stories and research coming out about how it's forced the nature of work to change all of a sudden. The nature of work has of course been changing very gradually over time, but this kind of earthquake has required businesses who work out of offices to develop policy on the fly to manage their entire workforce suddenly working from home, and their employees having to manage competing priorities of childcare, housework and paid work. Looking to the future, interestingly, men are showing more interest than women in continuing to work from home at least some of the time. However, a survey by the Australian Institute of Family Studies to look at how Australia was adjusting to the pandemic showed that the division of labour in households has barely budged, with women still 5 times more likely to be the primary carer. There'll be another updated survey from the Institute of Family Studies in November, and I'm looking forward to seeing whether that has changed between June and November. University of Melbourne research found that men's unpaid labour did increase by more than 2.5 hours a day during the lockdown, but women's unpaid labour increased by more than 3.5 hours. It will continue to be very interesting to see how this earthquake continues to affect what work looks like into the future and how that fits in with domestic labour, including childcare. So as well as October being Small Business Month, October is also Mental Health Month. It's certainly been a roller coaster of a year for everyone, and small business owners have had it especially tough looking after the well-being of staff as well as themselves and their families through all of the uncertainty and change that doesn't look like stopping anytime soon. If you need support or even just think you might need support, please seek help from your GP, from Beyond Blue, Lifeline, the New South Wales Mental Health Line, and don't hesitate. Don't wait for something to go catastrophically wrong. Get help sooner rather than later. You can look after your business and your family by looking after yourself. Many of these services now offer online chat or text support, so you don't even have to call. You can talk to someone via text. So thank you so much for joining me this morning. I realise it's been brief, but we're all very busy. If you have any specific questions about your business or want us to help you out, you can contact us anytime for an obligation-free chat. Our webinar this Wednesday will continue our fundamental series to refresh us all about the HR basics. This week, our CEO Bron will be discussing essential record-keeping requirements to meet your lawful obligations. While I absolutely acknowledge that it doesn't sound like a topic to really get your pulse racing, it's so important to understand these basic requirements and have them in place and running smoothly to reduce your business risk. Tell your colleagues and tune in on Wednesday at 5:30. And you can register to attend any or all of these sessions through the New South Wales Small Business Month website, and the link will be up in the comments shortly. In the meantime, please hug the people you can and wave cheerily at those you can't. Stay safe, stay distant, wash your hands, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you.